ललवाक कश्मीरी लिटरेचर में सबसे पॉपुलर कश्मीरी वर्सेस हैं. Lalwaks are the most popular verses in Kashmiri literature, and they hold the highest level of poetry as well as the acceptance in the society as the most relevant and the superior most verses ever written in Kashmiri literature. They are treated as the topmost verses. Most of the interpretations of the verses of the Lal, what we call Lalwak, have been done in light of spirituality. तो ललवाक को क्योंकि आध्यात्मिकता में ही ज़्यादा इंटरप्रेट किया गया है, एंड दैट टू स्पेशली इन कश्मीर शैविज़म, शैव शास्त्र, त्रिका शास्त्र. इट इज़ सेड कि द वर्सेस, द वर्क्स ऑफ लल आर इंटरप्रिटेशंस ऑफ और सिंपलर इंटरप्रिटेशंस ऑफ कश्मीर शैविज़म. कश्मीर शैविज़म का जो सिंपलर आम भाषा के लिए है वही ललवाक है. आई विल रीड ललवाक and then I'll translate them into English and try to explain them not within the spiritual means but in two aspects. I will try to explain them as the image they create for an explanation and the social aspect of the lalwaks. तो मैं ललवाक को उनका सामाजिक परिदृश्य क्या है और उसमें छवि को कैसे उबारा गया है अपना एक पॉइंट एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए. How a point has been explained by creating an image. The first lalwa goes, I'm a pan sodras nai vichas laman kaiti boje daimyon mitiditar amen taken ponchum shraman zushum brahman gargatha. This is a verse, this is a vakh. Now this vakh has 4 lines. The first vakh जो पहली लाइन है इसकी वो है आम पन सुद्रस नाविछस लमान. So what is the image that is created? That there is a unspun thread, very कच्चा धागा है, unspun thread है, उससे मैंने अपनी ज़िंदगी को बोट को बांधा है और अब मैं अपनी ज़िंदगी के बोट को उस कच्चे धागे से खींच रही हूँ. So the situation is there is a boat that is being tugged by unspun thread and with the objective that we want to get across the ocean. So it is an image created, a boat tugged by an unspun thread and being pulled so that you cross the ocean. And then the second line is kaiti boj daimyon mitiditar. Second is wish, that since I am pulling a boat that's stuck by an unspun thread, but I wish him, the Almighty, to heed to my attempt, to heed to my request, to pray, to heed to my prayer that my boat shall get across the ocean. I must reach to other end. So the objective of the boat, you are in a boat being tugged by a raw thread, by an unspun thread, and then you want to go to the other edge, other shore of the ocean. So this is a scene, a situation, an image created. ये छवि को उबारा गया है. Now the second, another 2 lines. Amen taken पूंज जन श्रमान. जो कच्चे प्लेट होते हैं, जो कच्चे जो अर्दनवेयर पोट्री बनाने वाले होते हैं, कुम्हार लोग होते हैं, वो जो प्लेट बनाते हैं, तो मिट्टी के प्लेट बनाते हैं. टोक इज a particular type of a plate in which has a multi-purpose. It is a plate structure, think a little deep. So उस दोबारा एक छवि क्रिएट की गई है, एंड इमेज हैज अगेन बीन क्रिएटेड. आम्यन टाक्यन पोन जन शमान. He compares herself that I am a combination of raw clay plates, and my spirit, my soul, or my spirit, or my possessions, or my nectar is held, is kept in these raw plates. And what happens thereby? So another image कि एक कुंवार का कच्चा प्लेट है, उस पर जो उसकी उसका जो उसमें नेक्टर है, आत्मीयता है, अपना अपना अपनापन है, जो उसका पोजेशंस ऑफ लाइफ है, वो उस प्लेट में रखी गई है। और उसका क्या होता है, क्योंकि वो कच्चे हैं, वो उसमें सीप आउट हो जाते हैं, श्रमण, वो एब्जॉर्व करता है उनको। अगेन एन इमेज दैट your possessions are in a raw earthen clay plate which is unbaked, and then the spirits and your possessions, the nectar of your life, you keep in them, and what happens then? It is being absorbed by that clay that makes the plates. So again an image. What are you? I'm nothing. I'm a spirit. I am a nectar kept in a कच्चा प्लेट, कुंवार के कच्चे प्लेट में, unbaked earthen plate. And what happens? It is being soaked. The plate soaks the spirit of the life. So amen taken ponchum shraman zuchum brahman gaska. Now the situation. One situation is it is a boat tugged by an unspun thread. Now the possessions, she is not blank, she has possessions, as every individual, every man in this world has. उसके पास जो स्पिरिट्स है, उसके पास जो नेक्टर ऑफ पोजेशन है, वो उसको संजो नहीं पाती है. She is not able, a human being is not able to keep the possessions of that nectar that he possesses, the nectar that God has given, that Shiva has given, or any the birth giver has given to a person, but she is not able, उसको संजो नहीं सकती है. She is not able to keep hold of that nectar, because she is a raw earthenware plate, clay, unbaked clay plate of the potter. So the spirit, the nectar of the life, gets absorbed in that. It is slowly getting absorbed, and she loses her possessions. Now the last line, Zuchum Brahman Gargatha. So now two scenes, ocean tugged by an unspun thread, then you keep your possessions in an earthenware raw clay plate where it is getting soaked, but still in this weak situation, in this situation where a person is almost in a situation of weak situation, but still she aims, she has an objective. Zochum Brahman Gargatha. I get in a perplex. I wish I could go to my home, the home that is on the other side of the ocean. She is on this side of the ocean. The situations are like that, as I explained, but she desires to go to the other ocean. Where there is her home. That means she is here on this side of the ocean. She wants to go other bank of the ocean, other shore of the ocean, but what possessions she has? She has an instrument or help or the mechanism of a boat that is being tugged by unspun thread, and then she has own possessions, but since she has a raw unbaked potter's plate, this separates this honey, the nectar is getting seeped. So I translate it. I have tried to explain it. My translation is, I tow my boat with raw row thread. I tow my boat with raw row thread through the ocean for virtuous way ahead. I tow my boat with raw row thread through the ocean for virtuous way ahead. I will read both the couplets together. I tow my boat with raw row thread. Row is a word when we go into a spinning mill. Before it is drawn into a spinning thread, it is on a spindle where it is row, kacha daga, kacha hota hai wo. It is raw. So I tow my boat with raw row thread through the ocean for righteous way ahead. Oh, the Almighty. Oh, the Almighty, implore, may you heed. Oh, the Almighty, implore, may you heed. Get to cross, get me across. Get to cross, get me across. So the first two lines I have translated into 4 lines. I tow my boat with raw row thread through the ocean for righteous way ahead. Oh, the Almighty implore, may you heed. Get to go across, and no, I'll read it. It's not like get to cross, get me across. Oh, Almighty implore, may you heed. Get to cross, get me across. This is one situation being translated like this. Now the second situation, where she compares herself as a raw clay plate, unbaked. The raw, unbaked platters of clay am I. The raw, unbaked platters of clay am I. My nectar, like water, seeps to leave me dry. My nectar, like water, seeps to leave me dry. My spirit is restless in high beat. दिल मचल रहा है कि मैं घर जाऊं. दिल नहीं, जीवंतता मचल रही है. ज़ूशुम प्रमाण, दिल शब्द उसने नहीं किया है इस्तेमाल. अगर हम ग्रेयरसन का जो ओरिजिनल है, कई लोग इसको लिखते हैं दिल मचल रहा है, लेकिन ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट जो ग्रेयरसन जी ने कलमबंद किया, जो उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड किया है, what he has collected by traveling across Kashmir, there the word is not dil, there the word is zoo. So I keep it like this: my spirit is restless in high beat, keep deep temptations to reach home sweet. Because the home on the other side is sweet home. Because that is sweet home, that's why she wants to travel from this home to that sweet home. I'll read the whole translation in one go. I tow my boat with raw row thread through the ocean for righteous way ahead. Oh, the Almighty implore, may you heed. Get to cross, get me across. Get me to cross, get me across. It should be get me to cross. Get me to cross, get me across. Get me to cross and get me across. Get me to cross, get me across. Get me to cross, get me across. The raw, unbaked platters of clay am I. My nectar, like water, seeps to leave me dry. My spirit is restless in high beat. Keep deep temptations to reach home sweet. I read it once again. I tow my boat with raw row thread through the ocean of righteous way ahead. Oh, the Almighty implore, may you heed. Get me to cross, get me across. The raw, unbaked platters of clay I am. My nectar, like water, seeps to leave me dry. My spirit is restless in high beat. Keep deep temptations to reach home sweet. Thank you.